Hey there, it's Tina Forsyth here. How are you doing? Just wanted to invite you to a couple of free calls that I'm doing the week of September 20th. Specifically on the 21st, I'm doing a call in regards to hiring an online business manager, the 5 W's in regards to hiring an online business manager. And on the 23rd, a few days later, I'm going to do a call for the other side of the coin, if you will, in regards to becoming an online business manager. So first, for those of you who are curious about hiring an online business manager, I get a lot of questions from business owners, of course, and rightfully so, because this world of being an OBM is pretty new for a lot of us too, right? But yet, as our businesses continue to evolve, I've been working online for just over 10 years now, since 1999. And in particular, over the past few years, businesses, virtually based businesses, whether you're a coach, consultant, speaker, author, trainer, etc., everything in between, or anything in between there, a lot of us who are virtually based ourselves, our businesses are really growing up. I've seen in the past few years, and more so as our businesses continue to evolve, as our businesses continue to grow, the type of support that we need day to day in our business continues to change as well. And this is what we're going to talk about in our call on the 21st. It's about how to know if and when you're ready to hire an OBM, how to know what an OBM can help you with. What are they going to do for you? What kind of impact can they actually have on your business? Why would you want to hire one at all? How do you go about finding and hiring somebody? I want to point you to some great resources, some wonderful people who are, ready and willing and able to do this kind of work for you if you find this is a step that you need to take in your business. The fact of the matter is, as business owners, and I very personally have experienced this myself as well the past year, basically I would say almost exactly a year ago, I was at the point of my business where I knew if I wanted to take it to the next level, I was not going to be able to do it all on my own. Up until that point, quite honestly, I was doing it all on my own. I think I had a VA who was helping me with some specifics here and there, some technical stuff and whatnot. But, for me to really take my business up to the next level, it was kind of the point, if you will, where my business started to get bigger than just me. It wasn't just about Tina doing her thing day in and day out. I wanted to have a bigger impact. There were some things I wanted to do in a bigger way in the world and with the work that I do. And it was at that point for me personally that it was really about being able to recognize and accept and embrace the fact that I was going to need a higher level of support in order to do that. And of course, I started working with my own OBM, Tiffany, in January of this year. So I guess that's coming up on about 8 or 9 months already. Time flies. I can't believe that. So I'm going to be sharing all about that, a bit more with you guys about my journey, as well as, other people I know, other people I talk to who've gone through similar journeys themselves of getting the right support in place and or not getting the right support in place and suffering for it. Because the fact of the matter is, if you try to do everything on your own for too long, your business will stall. You'll hit a certain point where you just won't be able to grow any further, right? And I don't want that to happen. I want you and your business to be able to become, as big, as wonderful, as amazing, and as expansive as you want it to be, to have the biggest impact you possibly can. That's really what this is all about. So again, if you are interested, curious at all about hiring an online business manager, by all means join me for this free call that we're doing on September 21st. You'll have the link here just on this page. Wherever you see this video, there's a link to the page there, or you can just go to onlinebusinessmanager.com/preview call. We'll also take you to that page as well. We'll see you there, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.